Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Roadhouse, and anytime you have a chronic health condition, the one thing that every chronic health condition has in common is inflammation. So we need to find out what the source of the inflammation is, and many times it has to do with functional neurology, which is the cerebellum. The scientists have found that the brain works in what's called a brain loop, and the cerebellum sends the signal to the other lobes of the brain so that the action can be completed, or the thought process can be completed. And so when we find patients like this, we check them for oxygen saturation rate, which is how much oxygen is in the blood, tissue perfusion, how much of that oxygen is getting into the cells of the body. Because if you don't have oxygen, the brain can't survive, the brain can't thrive, and your body can't heal itself. It needs oxygen. So oxygen increases the brain function. So when we identify a certain neurological test that this part of the cerebellum or this part of the brain isn't working right, we activate that area while they're on oxygen. And the oxygen just makes your brain more susceptible to the treatment, just makes it better. Then what we do is, after we do that, then we put you on oxygen with exercise. We put you on exercise, usually an upper body ergometer, and that fires all the nerve endings in the neck and upper back, because you're using your arms and your upper back and your neck, and that fires up to the brain, so it stimulates the brain, so it supercharges the brain. And then after that, then we do specific brain activations on those part of the brain. So it does increase brain function. So on these chronic cases, it's a very important part of not only our examination, our diagnosis, but also our treatment. So that's what makes us different in this protocol, is that we're doing everything we can to get your brain firing properly again, because as you know, the brain controls and coordinates every function of the body. So if it's not working right, then it can't make the rest of your body work right. So if you've had a chronic infection, a chronic problem, it could be a chronic infection, it could be a chronic health problem, and you're not getting better, such as fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, we've been treating that neurologically for many years. And if you have fibromyalgia long enough, you can get a thyroid problem, or vice versa, thyroid fibromyalgia. And when we work on these patients with functional neurology, they get really good results. We combine it with functional medicine. But we need to see if you're a candidate for this program. So if you're frustrated, if you've been going to all these different doctors, you've tried all these different things, and you still have a chronic health problem, you want to see if you're a candidate for our protocol, our program, to see if we can help you, give us a call, 918-481-2770, and let's see if you're a candidate for our program.